Yeah. All right, we have the meeting of the CPC, Community Preservation Committee, July 18th, 2023 at 10:09. Both in Zoom and in person in the ugliest building in Nantucket. I'm gonna read the script. Script for remotely conducted and or hybrid open meetings, public participation guidelines. Members of the public wishing to participate in the meeting must use their full name for Zoom access. If full names are not used, people will not be allowed to participate in the discussion. The town will reserve the right to remove any member of the public from the meeting who doesn't use their full name or accent appropriately. We're using Zoom for this meeting, which allows for the public to participate in the meeting as an attendee. Attendees must register to participate. The registration link is unique to meeting. The registration link can be found in the description of the Nantucket Government TV YouTube live feed for the meeting. People registering to be an attendee must use their names, otherwise they will not be allowed to participate in discussion. Attendees will join in listening mode. They can click the raise hand button if they wish to speak. The chair will call on those who have raised their hands in order that they will raise. All questions should be directed through the chair. As a preliminary matter of this CPC meeting, permit to confirm that all members and persons participating on the agenda are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Neville, Richard, Tom Dixon,
Aye.
Mark Beal,
Aye.
Eleanor Antonetti. Aye. Myself, Tim is not here. Is Diane up there yet?
She is not.
Okay, so we'll sort of wait for Diane. You do have a quorum. Staff, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. State each member's name. Kathy? Here. Glenna?
Here.
Okay.
Linda, I'm here.
Joe. Oh, Joe. Hey,
Not on
Joe.
the list. Hi, Linda.
I wanted to say thanks, thank you for Joe for coming on board and Tom Dixon from the Board of Select, within the Select Board. It's always going to be the Board of Selectmen, right? I guess the AMP parking lot. Anticipated speakers on the agenda, please respond in the affirmative. Hey. Good morning. This open meeting of the CPC is being conducted remotely pursuant to Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will feature public comment. For this meeting, the CPC is convening by video conference via Zoom app as posted in the town meeting website, identifying how the public might join as in person. Please note that this meeting is being recorded and that all attendees are participating by, some attendees are participating by video conference. Accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you and to take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. Meeting materials, all supporting materials that have been provided members of this body are available on the town website unless otherwise noted. The public is encouraged to follow along using the proposed agenda unless the chair notes otherwise. Meeting business ground rules. We are now turning to the first item on the agenda. Before we do so, permit me to cover some ground rules for effective and clear conduct of our business and to ensure accurate meeting minutes. The chair will introduce each speaker on the agenda. After they conclude their remarks, the chair will go down to the line of members, inviting each by name to provide any comments, questions, or motions. Please hold your name is called. Please remember to mute your phone or computer when you are not speaking. Please remember to speak clearly and in a way that helps generate accurate minutes. For any response, please wait until the chair yields the floor to you and state your name before speaking. If members wish to engage in a conversation with other members, please do so through the chair, taking care to identify yourself. After members have spoken, the chair will afford public comment to those members of the public that have joined the meeting via Zoom. Members of the public who wish to speak must state their names to be acknowledged by this and speak through the chair. Each vote taken in this meeting will be conducted by roll call vote. Okay. We're going to hold our regular CPC meeting first, and then we will go into the public meeting, our annual meeting. Does somebody want to make a motion to approve the June 20th minutes for the meeting?
So moved.
Okay, Neville made the motion. Is there a second? Okay, Mark seconded. All those in favor? Eleanor? Aye. Mark?
Aye.
Tom, you're going to recuse. You weren't here. Neville?
Aye.
Joe wasn't here either, and the chair is in favor. Okay.
Linda, can we do an approval of the agenda?
Oh, yeah. We want to make a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Neville and then Tom. All those in favor? Tom,
Aye.
Neville,
Aye.
Mark,
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
Eleanor. Aye. And myself. Okay. correspondence, no guests for this particular meeting.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So Diane is not here. How about this?
I don't see her up there.
She's trying to log in, but I don't see her yet.
Okay,
Okay, we have fund requisitions, Nantucket Interfaith, St. Paul's. You're okay with me, First Congregational Church, okay with me. Any comments on these? Somebody want to make a motion to approve?
so move.
Madam Chair, I will, since I work for the Interfaith Council, I will abstain from voting on this.
Okay, you're allowed to do that. We've checked because Ken was a member of St. Paul's, et cetera, and I'm a member of Congo.
Yeah, it's still.
We've checked with the
same.
state, that's fine, but we've
Okay.
checked with the state and that's okay. That's why you're here, because you represent different venue.
Got it.
different
Thank you.
entities. Okay, somebody want to make a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Mark made the motion. Is there a second?
Second,
Neville seconded. All those in favor, Mark,
aye.
Neville,
Aye.
and Eleanor? Aye. Joe
Aye.
and myself. Okay, no old business, doesn't appear to be new business, no other business. Which one? He didn't want to vote.
Oh,
He
okay, okay.
abstained.
I thought you blessed it.
No, we can do it because he felt more comfortable
Okay,
doing that.
that's good.
Commissioners' comments, anybody?
Nice to be here. Thank you.
You'll find it very rewarding. But you know, if you ever want to know what we've done for the past 18 years,
Something like that, yes. thank
One
you.
year, God.
Not quite 20 years.
I've been on the
Close.
whole time. Yeah, great.
I think this year is 20.
I'm in the
I
comment.
don't think it's 20.
I'll make
If
a
you,
comment.
hang on one second, if you want to know what we've done,
Yeah.
all the projects we've done.
Yep.
Glenna and Kathy have that in the office. They can always email it to you and see that, what is it, over? Way over.
250 projects and
Yeah.
we funded over 50 million.
That spreadsheet's fascinating, Glenna.
Yeah.
History of,
Isn't it
history of
I'll send it
donations.
to you.
Please, thank you.
Thank
Glenn.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get that spreadsheet, Tom.
And
It's
send
wonderful.
it to Joe also, but it's quite fascinating. You might as well send it to everybody again. but That was fascinating.
Yeah.
It's just how much money we poured into this community.
So,
Well, Linda, that jumps onto you and I got a project to do because of that list.
You what?
We got a project that you and I have a project to do because of that list. We've got to recognize everyone and have a signage created, correct?
When Joe was on the first time, he and I were gonna go through all these different venues and make sure that they have the dedication sign from us. And we had a template approved some years ago, and we just want to make sure that that's at every one of these venues that they acknowledge it somehow.
Mhm.
So now Joe's back on. We can start that project again. Yay. Okay, if that's it for that meeting.
I was gonna say something.
Oh, yeah, Neville.
A lot of it is gonna be repeating what you said. Because when we started, I was one of the original members on the board. There's certain things that were put in place. And somehow down the line, it kind of gone to the wayside. In the very beginning, all the new members always came to the office to get their packages. To get their packages so they'll know what their projects are. And they also know where they have to go to get things done. I don't know what happened to that, but I think this is something we should go back to. It helps a lot. It helps a lot, having had worked in the office and having had been a member and having had worked in the office in the beginning. That does help you as a new member coming in. A lot of people are just concerned about their own projects, but there are things that certain rules that you should be following that it's not there anymore, whereas you should go visit your projects so you can talk about it. We have a thing here now, we have a lot of old projects. So sometimes when the thing comes up, we'll just vote on it to approve it. But anyone can question any project they want. The thing that Linda just mentioned with the signage in the very beginning as part of the CPA, it was required for us to suggest, it was up to the project representatives who we are to suggest or encourage the people who have the projects to put up a sign. Because if you go off island and look at any of these projects, it's the same sign. Your community money's at work.
Yep.
That is on the CPC project, your community funds at work. That's what the original sign said. There are a few people who do it, And a lot of our projects don't do. But I think, I personally think they don't do it because the representatives, who are us, aren't encouraging them to do it. And I think we should get back to that. That way Linda and Tom would be going through this tough thing of trying.
Why is
Joe.
it not a
Joe,
requirement?
well, it is,
It is,
It is a
it
requirement.
acknowledges.
it is a requirement. It's the part of it that makes it your community dollars at work.
Right.
That's for the people. This is like we are one of the, we were one of the only communities that voted to do all three projects. The rest of them were either historic or housing or whatever. We did all three. And it's a lot of money from our community. And part of the project, part of the thing of the act was to let the community know, you're spending this money, this is what it is. And those people, the public, have a right to go in and look at their projects.
Right.
So that's what the signage was. So I would encourage all of you to go to the office, see what's going on.
But they're in various ways. They're, in a bigger, like it's sustainable, it's part of a bigger plaque.
Yeah.
So there have been various ways that they've acknowledged it. But we just have to, what we voted on some time ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, we voted to have this template. Now, if it doesn't work for HTC purposes or, their thing, they gotta put it inside, they gotta put it someplace. Yeah, it doesn't have to be on the outside of the building, because that's not gonna fly. But there are ways of putting it so the public can see it, like at the second shop. I'm sure she'll reference that now, that's when she does her, yeah, the hospital thrift is what I'm saying. Yeah, so there are various ways of doing it. We sort of want is some sort of a template to present to these various places if they haven't done it.
Right.
So it sort of fell by the wayside. It is in their thing. What I want to get next month is assignments. Because we have some new things, I guess, that we gave money to this year, and you would be picking up Dawn's. So he needs to know what Dawn was responsible for, so he can become well-versed in your projects. Because normally when a person comes on from another board, they pick up what that person that they replaced, their project. Same thing with Joe. Joe needs to know what was John doing.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, so those things you gotta sort of pick up now, because their money became available on July 1 from the town meeting in May. So we're picking up stuff. Those of us with continuing projects, like who came in for more money, generally stay with those projects. They don't switch project managers out.
Linda, can I say something?
Yeah.
We need for this. If you look at the contracts, it's in the contract to put a sign up.
Yeah.
And also, some people are not aware that in December, we moved our office. We're no longer in the Coffin School. We're at 7C Honaby Lane down by the airport.
The former barber shop.
Yeah, the former barbershop craft store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of different stuff.
Madam Chair, just quickly, as president of the Nantucket Racket Sports Association, CPC has graciously funded at least two
You've
or
got to mute her.
2 or 3 of our projects, and it's partially why we've had so much success at the club. We've been holding tournaments, and the members and public have been coming out. It is such a good thing for the community to see everyone out there, and we would be more than proud to put up a sign up there. I was not aware that was in our contract with that, and I'm happy to get to work on that with our board.
Great. Did we
Madam
do
Chair, we might want to present the signage for next
No, last
meeting.
year.
last year? Okay.
Madam Chair,
Any other,
Good job.
Joe, you got to mute. Any other comments from board members?
no, I'm asking you, Linda.
What?
We
We can
should-
barely hear you.
We should bring up the signage. We should get it back out for next month's meeting.
Do what?
Get up the sign for next month's meeting.
All right, you remember the template? I have it on my computer, but do you have it?
Send it to you.
Okay. Okey-dokey. Anybody else? Okay. Generally speaking, when I have these mixed meetings, we always close our meeting and then open a new meeting. Are we just segueing right into our meeting?
We are segueing right into it.
Okay, so it wasn't posted for a specific time.
It was not.
Okay. All right,
I will need to stop and start the report.
Okay,
Never.
so he is going to stop
okay.
and then start the report because Ken is, we have an introduction and welcome to Ken.
Oh, we have a video.
And I have to leave, so I'm not gonna be here for the.
Okay.
Okay. So have a very wonderful, public forum.
Are you going now or the new vote?
Oh, yeah, but I'll have to,
Oh,
you know, by the time we get done, with-
Okay.
okay.
we'll be time to go.
Good luck. All right, let the
All right,
record
everybody.
reflect that.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good luck tomorrow.
Okay,
Yeah,
congratulations. You,
call me.
if you need me for anything, call me.
Thank you for having us. Take care.
Let me know how it goes. Okay, let the record reflect Neville had to leave at 10:25 along with Kathy.